Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I will be talking to you today about the movie Whitney, I Just Want to Dance with Somebody. Yeah, it's currently available on Netflix, and we're just going to get right into it, shall we? Spoilers! Okie dokie. So, The Voice, Whitney Houston. I love me some Whitney. As a amateur singer myself, I sang a lot of Whitney growing up. A lot of Whitney. So I was kind of enthused to see how they were going to portray Miss Houston and how the acting was going to go, what the story, exactly what parts they were going to show. And actually, I was quite pleased with this movie. It could have been worse. Oh, it could have been worse. And we got some innuendo and speculation in some of the dialogue that I didn't like. But overall, I believe that they did a pretty decent job giving you an idea, at least, of who Whitney Houston was. We start, of course, when she was just a teen, and living in the shadow of her famous mom, Sissy Houston, who, was trying to teach her how to sing and just do her thing in church. And then, of course, she wanted to do more. So she had a friend who called good old Clive Davis, who was being played by Stanley Tucci. That in itself was hilarious. I'm like, this guy? He's playing Clive? Perfect. I love Stanley Tucci. He's excellent. Anyway, he seen her sing a song and he liked it, so they went ahead and he signed her. And that's when her career started. He had a conversation with her in his office about, actually, did she write? Did she do any of that stuff? No, she never wrote a song. She didn't try. So he was like, we'll just get people to write songs for you. And asked her what kind of music she liked, and she was like, everything, And that was to show that she didn't have a box to be put in. I myself am the same way. I can enjoy many different genres of music. I'm not just stuck on one particular kind, and she was the same way. She liked everything. She liked country, she liked rock, she liked pop, she liked R&B, she liked hip hop, she liked all of it. And she drew inspiration from all of it as well. That's a true artist right there that can see what's good and what's not and know how to make it their own. And that's something that she did. At several points, they showed different songs that became very popular Whitney Houston songs, like, I Just Want to Dance with Somebody, or Saving All My Love for You, or it was another song, too, Where Did Broken Hearts Go? Them last two, she didn't even want to do at first, but as time went on, she finally had got life experience to really understand the words of the songs and bring them to life, which she did, because they are awesome. I did not know that she had beat Elvis for the most number ones ever. I did not know that she had also beat a Beatles record that they had set. I, did not know that when Nelson Mandela got released from prison and they had a free Nelson Mandela concert in South Africa, Free Africa, that she performed, and that her performance was so freaking awesome. I mean, she brought the house down. That's all I'm saying. We learned that she wanted to do movies because she just wanted to, and then The Bodyguard was the first one, and she at first turned it down, but then she was like smitten with Kevin Costner, so she ended up doing the movie. I was like, wow, that's awesome. And you would hear like some of the demos that he would play for her, Clive that is, and she would listen to some of the songs, and I was like, and then she'd turn around and make them her own. Totally change the song around and reinvent the hooks, extend the verses. She was a true artist. She knew what she was doing, and I loved every bit of it. They also let you know that she was doing the cocainist long before she met Bobby Brown. So all of y'all out there want to blame Bobby for her issues. She had them long before then. And she was with that stud girl back when she was a teenager, long before she had met anybody. I didn't know she had dated Jermaine Jackson. Who in the 80s didn't date a Jackson? Like, it's kind of crazy, but yeah. So if you wasn't dating a Jackson, you were dating a DeBarge or something. I mean, seriously, people, come on. Stars always date, but that's just Hollywood for you. You know, everybody's so close together. Go to the same parties, events, all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, those are people that you know. So the interaction when she first met Bobby Brown, hilarious. She was kind of bogus, being a Sadiddy princess. But she got ghetto on him, and he liked that, and she liked his ghetto. So there you go. They was too ghetto together, and I loved every bit of it. The dude they had playing Bobby Brown, though, I gotta give him credit. He gave me Bobby Brown. He gave me Bobby Brown better than the now Kane-owned Power Book 2 Ghost Bobby Brown did in New Edition movie. Yeah. I finally figured out where the hell I knew that dude from. Yeah, so, yeah, this Bobby Brown's way better. He sounds like Bobby and everything. And some of the interactions, this is where it gets a little touchy, because interpersonal conversations, this is the only thing about biopics overall in general that I start to question. When we have behind closed doors conversations with people, when we have bedroom talk, or, you know, stuff that there's no way that you could know exactly how that conversation went, or what was said, or why that conversation was brought up behind closed doors. We're just moving it forward to tell a piece of the story, and hopefully it connect and make sense. That's what those kind of things are in all biopics, and this one is no exception. So some of those things, like conversations she had with her father, her mother, with Bobby, with the girl she was dating, all of those, some of those I was like, I don't know if she really said those things. I don't know if those things really happened. You know, we'll see. And whatever, it made the movie watchable, and it didn't take away from it. It didn't take me out of it. It didn't make me say, I don't think so. Doesn't sound like her. Don't think that she would do that. No. It all made sense to me. Anyway, all of the performances were great. I was like 13, 14 years old when they brought up the 1994 American Music Awards medley that she did. I remember the outfit. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember it being so awesome. And I love Whitney. It was so good. It was so good. And then they show you that performance in full toward the end of the movie when they go through, you know, they ended right before, exactly before she died. So we didn't have to see that. I didn't want to see that either. We all know what happened, and it's a sad tragedy, and I wish she was still here today. Miss you, Whit. Yeah, didn't know her father was cheating on the mama. You know, didn't know daddy was spending all the money on all the people in the business and just was taking all the money, making her broke. It was insane to find out these things and to see it, to see her develop, to see her voice develop, to see the music choices develop, to see her work with different producers, you know, just awesomeness all the way around. When she decided she had got mad at Bobby and she wanted to make some songs that was more women empowerment, and you know, that's when she came with It's Not Right, But It's Okay. Yeah, baby, and all of them songs on that album, and I thought about that album after I seen that, and I was like, you know what? That was a very different, more stronger Whitney. So maybe that was something she was going through then, and that's why she wanted these songs. And I loved it. I loved it. This movie was a good one. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it an 8. And 8 is a good option. It is definitely watchable. You're definitely going to want to sit and watch the performances. You could tell in some of the parts that Whitney Houston herself was interjected into some of the parts so they can really give you that Whitney flavor, because the young lady who was playing Whitney, who did a very good job, I would have to say, she had Whitney's style, but she couldn't do all, you know, the flair that Whitney had with her voice, because that's what made her unique, and the voice. So I appreciated that they did that, because the young lady could definitely sing. But yeah, she ain't no Whitney, so I needed to hear that, you know. Yeah, so that's I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston movie. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time for another movie review. In the meantime, have a great day.